So, okay, Notion just dropped custom agents in beta, and yeah, I need to talk about this because if you're a solo dev already living inside Claude Code or a Cursor all day, and you're using Notion for literally everything else, this changes the game in a way I don't think people are fully seeing yet. Just real quick, I'm Daniel. I've been deep in the iOS world for over 8 years now. Started out doing UI design freelancing, bouncing from client to client, shipping other people's apps while slowly figuring out my own thing. And then after Dub 25, I made the call, went fully solo, no more clients, no more safety nets. Since then, I've crafted over 15 of my own apps, all Swift UI, all built in public. And honestly, right now, every bit of energy I've got goes into building a solo studio that actually lasts, not churning out quick MVPs or AI generated slop, but real apps that hold up and scale. And yeah, everything I'm learning, every system I'm building, I'm sharing all of it on Crafters Lab. That's at crafterslab.dev. And look, it's not some tutorial graveyard or AI clone factory. It's my actual home base, built for solo devs who want to use AI like a real teammate, not just smash a button and cross your fingers. If you care about craft, about building with intention, about actually leveling up how you work, yeah, you'd feel right at home there. And hey, if you're still over on Patreon, massive thanks for that. But heads up, everything's fully moved to crafterslab.dev now. That's where the whole crew lives. Come build with us. Okay, so here's the thing that hit me when I read through this release, and I think this is the part most solo devs are gonna feel, like really feel. We spend all day inside Claude Code, right? Or Cursor or Codex, whatever your setup is. And the coding part of our workflow, that's automated, that's dialed in. You've got your skills, your .md files, your prompts, the whole system. The actual writing code part of being a developer, I handles a huge chunk of that now. And that's great. But then you close the terminal and open Notion, and suddenly you're back to doing everything by hand, triaging feedback manually, updating project statuses one by one, writing your own weekly summaries, copying stuff between databases. And it's like, wait, I just had an AI agent write a whole feature for me in 20 minutes, and now I'm sitting here dragging rows around in a database like it's 2019. And that's exactly where custom agents come in. Because what Notion just shipped isn't just another AI chat thing. These agents actually live inside your workspace, they run in the background. You set them up once, give them instructions, point them at your databases, your pages, whatever, and they just go on a schedule, on a trigger, whenever something changes. No prompting, no babysitting. So, like, think about what that actually means for a solo dev. You could have an agent that watches your feedback database and auto triages new entries based on sentiment and tags, or one that pulls from your task tracker every Friday and drafts a weekly status update. Or, and this is the one that got me, one that monitors a Slack channel and files bugs into your Notion database automatically while you sleep. And, for teams, this is nice. But for solo devs, this is the missing piece because we don't have a PM doing triage. We don't have an ops person writing reports. We don't have someone monitoring Slack while we're heads down coding. We're all of those people. And now we kind of aren't, at least not for the repetitive parts. And honestly, this is exactly why my whole playbook in Notion exists the way it does. All app projects, all the PRDs, the dashboards, the session notes, everything structured and connected. Because when your workspace is already organized like that, these custom agents have something real to work with. They're not just floating around, they're plugged into an actual system. And that system, that's what members get access to inside Crafters Lab, the full playbook live, with every project wired up. So when I start building agents on top of it, you'll see exactly how it all connects. All right, and that brings me to the part that honestly surprised me the most because everyone's talking about the AI instructions, the chat interface, the models you can pick. Yeah, and yeah, all of that matters. But the thing that made me stop scrolling and actually think, triggers. Okay, so you can set a custom agent to fire on a recurring schedule, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever cadence you want. That alone is useful, but it goes deeper. You can trigger an agent when a page gets created in a database, when a page gets updated, when something gets deleted, when someone drops a comment, when a message lands in a specific Slack channel, when an emoji reaction happens. And yeah, you can even trigger it by just at mentioning the agent in a page or a comment. And here's where my brain started going, right? Because as a solo dev, I'm already wiring up Firebase cloud functions and cron jobs and all sorts of backend stuff to automate things around my Notion workspace. And it works, but it's fragile. It's code I have to maintain. It breaks when APIs change. It's another thing on my plate, but now what if half of that automation just lived natively inside Notion? No external functions, no scheduler I have to babysit, no API tokens to rotate. Just here's an agent, here's when it runs, here's what it does. Done. And I'm not saying this replaces everything, not yet, but for the operational stuff, the triage, the reporting, the status updates, the Slack to Notion pipeline, yeah, this is way cleaner than what most of us are hacking together right now. And the fact that you can combine multiple triggers on one agent so it runs on a schedule and fires when a page gets created. Yeah, that's where it starts feeling like you've got a little ops team running in the background. I'm already sketching out which of my current cloud functions I could migrate over to this. And honestly, every single agent I build, the instruction files, the trigger configs, the whole setup, that's all going straight into Ops Lab. That's one of the Notion team spaces inside Crafter's Lab where I keep all my AI agent instructions, automation workflows, Claude Code skills ready to copy and tweak. So when I figure out the best way to wire a custom agent for feedback triage or weekly reports or whatever, you won't have to reverse engineer it. It's just there, ready to go. Because this is the kind of thing where the setup matters way more than the feature list. Okay, I want to shift gears for a sec because this is the section that I think a lot of solo devs are going to overlook. But it's actually the reason I trust this more than most AI automation tools I've tried. So here's the thing. We've all been burned, right? You give some AI tool access to your stuff, it does something weird, and you're sitting there like, wait, what did it just change? Where did that data go? And with most tools, you don't even know. There's no log, there's no undo. It just did a thing, and now you're reverse engineering what happened. Notion's approach here is different. And I don't mean that in a marketing way, I mean literally how they built it. Every custom agent only has access to the specific pages and databases you explicitly grant it, not your whole workspace, not everything, just what you pointed at. And honestly, for someone who has their entire business running inside Notion, every app project, every PRD, every revenue dashboard, that matters a lot. But it goes further. There's an activity tab on every agent where you can see exactly what it did when it ran, what triggered it, what actions it took, and if anything failed. So if your triage agent suddenly starts tagging things wrong, you can go in, see the exact run, see what it was thinking at each step, and figure out where the instructions need adjusting. That's not just a feature. For a solo dev with no one else checking the work, that's your safety net. And then there's version history on the agent itself. So if you tweak the instructions and something breaks, you can roll back. You're not stuck trying to remember what the old config looked like. It's all saved, time-stamped, reversible. And look, I know this doesn't sound as exciting as triggers and automations, but you know what? The difference between a solo dev who automates well and one who automates dangerously is exactly this. It's knowing what your agents are doing. It's being able to audit, adjust, and undo. That's the boring stuff that keeps your workspace from turning into chaos while you sleep. And Notion actually built that in from the start, which, yeah, respect. And this is exactly the kind of stuff I document inside SwiftBrain too, by the way. Not just the Swift UI code and the keynotes, but the patterns behind how I set up systems that stay reliable, the .md files, the prompt structures, the way I think about agent instructions so they don't go off the rails. It's all in there because understanding how to control your AI tools is just as important as knowing how to use them. So, yeah, if you're still here, honestly, you're a legend. And look, this is a big one. Custom agents in beta, free right now for business and enterprise plans through May. And then it moves to a credit system after that. But the window, it's wide open. Like right now is the time to get in, mess around, build real workflows, and figure out what actually sticks before any of it costs anything. And I mean, the three things I keep coming back to, the fact that your workspace can finally automate itself the way your code editor already does, the trigger system that replaces half the janky cloud functions we've all been duct taping together, and the permissions and activity logs that actually make this thing trustworthy. That's a real combination. Not hype, just genuinely useful, you know? And honestly, I'm curious, drop a comment and tell me which one of those three you'd build first. Like, what's the agent you'd set up day one? Because I already know what mine is, and I guarantee we're all thinking something different. I want to see what you come up with. And then, you know, if you want to actually go deeper on all of this, not just the concepts, but like the actual setups, the instruction files, the trigger configs, every single automation I'm building with custom agents, come check out crafterslab.dev. And I want to actually walk you through what's in there because honestly, I think a lot of people hear me mention it and just assume it's like another tutorial site or some generic community thing. It's really not. So let me just break it down real quick. Okay, so the first layer is the resource categories. There's 7 of them: AI workflows, Claude Code skills, modern Swift UI, Figma foundations, app blueprints, Notion ops, and solo dev journey. And every single post comes with a video walkthrough, a full article, and a downloadable zip file, not just text, not just some blog post you skim and forget. You watch it, you read it, you download the actual files and drop them straight into your project. But the real depth, okay, here's the thing. And this is where the Notion team spaces live. And honestly, this is the part that I think changes everything. So first there's my playbook, and this is my actual live workspace. Every PRD I write, every prompt I feed to Claude Code, every session note, every dev guideline, every .md file, it's all just there, updating in real time as I work. You're not getting some polished highlight reel, you know what I mean? You're seeing the messy drafts, the architecture decisions, the pivots, the App Store dashboards page pulling live data from App Store Connect. Members can browse everything, leave comments, ask questions, and just straight up remix any structure or template for their own stuff. And the custom agent setups I'm about to build, those are going right into the playbook too. So yeah, you'll see exactly how I wire agents into a real multi-app solo dev operation. No guesswork. And then there's SwiftBrain, and this one's, honestly, it's different from anything else out there. It's a curated Swift and Swift UI knowledge vault, but specifically focused for AI coding agents. There's Claude Code skills, real/skill commands that produce actual production UI code, and full transcripts from paid events, stuff that costs hundreds of dollars to attend, and it's just sitting there. And the whole point, and this is where it gets kind of wild, is you can use SwiftBrain as a MCP source for Claude Code, Codex, or Cursor. So your coding agent has access to curated, accurate knowledge while it writes code, fewer hallucinations, better pattern choices. You can even use it to fine-tune models if that's your thing. I don't know, it's a different level. And then Ops Lab, which, you know, given what we just talked about with custom agents, this one's about to get really interesting. So Ops Lab is where all my AI agent instructions live. And I'm not talking about prompts, right? These are full operational systems, structured instruction files with navigation, decision frameworks, output formats, guardrails, the whole thing. There's a product manager agent, a prompter agent, templates for building new agents from scratch, and then there's Crafter OS, which is this mode-based system where one agent can switch between PM mode, general mode, all depending on context. And yeah, every single custom agent I build from this Notion release, the full instruction files and trigger configs are going straight into Ops Lab, ready to copy, tweak, break apart, rebuild however you want, no joke. And on top of all that, there's Discord monthly AMA sessions where I break down whatever people want to dig into, and a friendly request system where you can literally just ask me for specific code snippets or workflows you need. And yeah, it's still early. The crew is small, super hands-on, and honestly, it feels way more like a behind-the-scenes dev lounge than some giant faceless forum, you know what I mean? So, yeah, if this custom agent stuff got your brain going, if you're already thinking about what agents you'd build, what you'd automate, how you'd wire it into your own solo dev setup, crafterslab.dev is where all of that comes together. Would genuinely love to see you in there. Swap some configs, share some setups, maybe pick up a trick or two from what you're shipping. Keep crafting, keep automating, and don't be afraid to let the agents handle the boring stuff. Peace.